Hey guys, here we are. Back in the garage. It's Friday. It's quarter after 11 actually. Took me a little while to get it warmed up in here this morning. It's minus 10 outside. I do have it up to 24 now. I think you just double that and add 32. So that's 48, 78. It's around 78 degrees in here. It's pretty warm. That's the way I like it. And it's like I said, it's minus 10 outside, but oh well, can't stop it. Rob, got these in the mail this morning. Whoops, get this thing focused. Really appreciate that, man. Just a little pliers to go with it. I've never used these before, so I have to learn how to use them. I know that this much, those goes in there. And you drill your hole and sink them in, release them and they hold. So I get the drift, so now I got to get the try. So wife vacuumed this all up again, vacuumed down inside of there, got that cleaned up down in there. Just doing little things at a time. Every time I vacuum it looks better. Still haven't decided on the wheel wells yet. Got to run over this afternoon actually, and I'm going to price the 74s, outers. See if I can get some maybe mini tubs or something. Don't know. Just there's all kinds of options here so far. I'm watching a few videos there, guys that tubbed them, but the tubbing seems to go on mostly in the inside part, from what I understand. So I just don't know what I'm going to do there yet. So I decided to work on the subframe. I got one of them cut out and filled in, not drilled, just cut out. I wish I could weld sheet metal like this 1/8 steel, because it welds good, real good. I'm really impressed with the welder. All I did was cut it out, made a template, fit the piece right back in, got my measurements where I got to drill, so I got to measure that up, mark them once I get the rest of them done. That's just what I'm starting with, oversized rotted out holes. So I'm filling them in, same back there, and then I'll re-drill them, 1 9/16. That's what the bushings are. So just wanted to give you a shot before I got any further on this. And like I said, I don't know what I'm doing back here, so I thought I'd work on this so I get something done. I get those all welded in, then I'm going to strip this subframe down and clean it and get it in primer so I can get it painted black, set it up on the side of the wall here so it's out of the way. And I'm thinking of putting that part down here where the subframe is. And instead of taking the time to make a rotisserie, I'm not sure on this yet, I may take the rear end out, and there's nothing much left, flipping her on her side and cleaning it, painting it that way. Then lower it back down and putting the car back on. And by then I'll have my wheel well problem figured out. So, and I'll get all this replaced along the bottom of all around the car, wherever it needs replaced. I'm going to cut it out and replace it, and that'll be done. So that when I do set it down on there, it'll all fit in. And I'll have nice new metal to weld to. Anyways, I'll be back here with a shot of this when I'm getting close, or with the finished result of all the holes welded in and drilled out. So I'll be back. Alright, I'm just going to show you how I'm fitting this piece in. I've already replaced the square side of the subframe. Now I'm getting ready to do the other side, so I'm just going to show you what I've been doing, how I've been doing it, so I can get the camera focused in. It's almost fitting. There's the piece. I got cut out there for it. So see if we can show this. Got the bench grinder right here so that I can, you don't have to run to grind it. So it's almost fitting in. I just got it a little bit too long, which I could weld it in there, but it's going to fit better if I take a little more off, and we'll go from there. So. Okay. Fitting really good. See if I can get a close up of it. Gotta weld it in there, clamp it and weld it in, but I think I'll have to trim that just a little bit. Probably be the easiest way. So, and got this one done. Finish this one up. This is not taking very long actually, and I'll finish this one up, and then I'll come back. So we'll be back. I'm gonna weld that in. All right, got that welded in, and like I said, I wish I could weld sheet metal like this, except that just welds in there nice. Probably don't have to grind that, but I'm gonna knock it down smooth, just because it's because you can. The factory welds weren't grinded at all, but I'm going to just knock it down a little bit. Just make sure they're not too high, look awful. So, and I'll trim the end off there where it's a little bit too long. Square that up. So, just thought I'd give you a quick shot of the welding. I don't want to weld by the camera, so I don't know if it's focusing in on distance or not. There's the factory weld around that one, and that looks pretty friggin' gobby. So I might clean that up a little bit too while I'm at it. So anyways, we'll be back. Okay guys, trying to turn you on here every little step if I can. I don't know if I can put this video together or not, but I'll try. I got all the other 3 holes drilled. Just thought I'd turn the camera on and show you how I'm doing this. It's not a good setup, but it's a setup. So slow, but it works pretty good. It's working. Probably could have done it with hand drill, but I figured it'd be easier on the bit there, the hole saw. So spraying it, cutting oil. around here. Excuse me, phones on the camera. Hope I had that set up right. Let me see. I got it. Whoa, where am I here? Okay, I'll wipe that off. Need a nice hole. Probably have to go around it with the Dremel, just smooth up those edges so they don't cut into the bushings. And show you these ones. Everything turned out pretty good actually. I actually enjoyed doing this repair. Nice holes again. Everything's welded in good. And I think when I flip her over, I'll put a bead of weld around my patches underneath, and just grind them up a little, so it'll be okay. So this one here, both sides, I replaced this whole piece here, and this is sort of half double under there. That's the way the other one was, or the original one was. Just saved a piece here somewhere. Yeah, there it is there. As you can see, it was doubled, lapped over. So I cut all that bad stuff out, get rid of that, put in new. So I'm happy with my subframe so far. So next step is to put that drill press away. It's just a small drill press. I don't even know, it might even be only a third horsepower or something like that. I don't know. 3100 RPMs, 3.2 amps, and it's belt driven. That's why it slipped there. So I think that's on the lowest setting there. Yeah, 620, and but the whole thing works pretty good. So figured that was the easiest way to do that. So anyways, I'm going to try to put this video together. That's where as far as I got today. And oops, it's 10 to 3. I'm almost done for the day. Like I said, I got to come up tomorrow and clean that all up with a water wheel, check it over, make sure there's nothing else wrong with it. Got some pieces up front. Once I flip it over, I'll be able to get at those. That shouldn't be too bad. And we'll go from there. Yeah, hopefully I can get this video together and get that uploaded. So, yeah, as you can see. Oh yeah, I went and looked at that Porsche. I do have a little video on it and a question there on the paint I'll put up as soon as I get it together. That's, I guess, what we're going to do. I'm going to get this subframe ready, get the car attached back together. It's probably going to take me till the middle of February, and I'll get the subframe back under it so it's rolling again. Change the rear end, have the bottom all painted, fixed, whatnot, and we're going to roll it out and tarp it and bring the Porsche in. Take a couple weeks to do that. It's not a lot of work to do on the Porsche. Small car, very small car. It's a nice little car. Got a few dents and a little rust repair. Not the only one rust repair. And anyways, I'll put that the video of the Porsche up just as soon as I get it together, and let you have a look at it. It's white, going back white, so it shouldn't be too bad. So and I hope to have all my airline, well, I will have all my airline in by then. I won't paint again unless I got it in. So anyways, I'm going to let you go here. I have no idea how long this video is. Like I said, I'm just trying to put piece and piece together here. And everybody have a good one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.